Another day in the battle arena. Well, we've got Gladiator, the leader of the Shi'ar Imperial Guard, going up against Atrocitus, leader of the Red Lantern Corp. So who's coming out on top here? Well, let's find out. Calark, codenamed Gladiator, was once the praetor of the Shi'ar Imperial Guard, the most faithful servant of the Shi'ar throne. After the Shi'ar Kree War, with the apparent death of Liliandra and Vulcan, Calark was elevated to the position of Magister by consensus of a desperate Shi'ar population. Calark is a Strontian, which is an alien race who are already stronger and greater than humans. However, some Strontians are chosen to undergo a process called the Gladiator procedure in order to be selected as the Strontian representatives in the Shi'ar Imperial Guard. Gladiator was the last one to go through this procedure, and the last one of his race, making him the most powerful. He's one of the strongest beings in the Marvel Universe, easily able to overpower Colossus, Wonder Man, and the Thing, and match Thor in pure brute strength. He's been clocked at moving hundreds of times faster than the speed of light, also has the ability to fly. He's durable enough to withstand attacks from Vulcan, Black Bolt, Thor, and Hulk with really no signs of damage, has survived in the heart of stars, and one time withstood a supernova. Gladiator is also able to fire powerful beams of heat from his eyes that are similar to Superman's heat vision. They've been measured at the same temperature as the core of a star, and are so powerful that it's even able to injure the Hulk, despite the Green Goliath's incredible durability and healing factor. He's also got his own version of freeze breath. He's able to use it to drop the temperature of opponents until they're frozen solid. Gladiator is a very skilled combatant and is a master hand-to-hand fighter, even being the one assigned to train the Shi'ar Imperial Guard. However, here's the catch to all of this. Gladiator has a very significant weakness. His strength, speed, durability, and heat vision are all tied into his confidence. So basically, what that means is that the more confident he is, the stronger and more powerful he is. But once doubt creeps in, and he begins to doubt himself, his power rapidly drops. However, Gladiator has shown that he can overcome this weakness and regain his confidence if need be. So, that's what we got in one corner. Gladiator, one of the strongest heroes in all of Marvel. But entering the ring in the other corner was one of the strongest lanterns over in DC, Atrocitus. One of the 5 survivors of the massacre in Sector 666, and founder of the Red Lantern Corp, Atrocitus anointed the Red Lantern in blood and harnessed the power of rage and red light. Atrocitus is an extremely physically powerful being, as he was able to take on Hal Jordan and Sinestro by himself and crush their energy constructs in his bare hands. He's easily killed members of the Green Lantern Corps, so to beat down on Apollo and Martian Manhunter. He even fought against and defeated his own Corps before by himself. I really don't know why Atrocitus fights hand to hand so often, because he's got the Red Lantern ring, but he does. And he's managed to kill 2 Guardians of the Universe with his hands. So who am I to doubt him? Atrocitus is also superhumanly durable. He's able to take attacks from Sinestro and Hal without his ring, and even took attacks from pretty much every member of the Red Lantern Corps and just keep on fighting. Atrocitus also has his Red Lantern ring, and he actually displays better control over his power ring than most other members of the Red Lantern Corps. He's not just reduced to a mindless rage like the others, but retains all the powers it gives the wielder. The ring can construct anything the wearer can imagine, as long as they're willing to make it. Most Red Lanterns seem to have a difficult time creating or maintaining constructs, but Atrocitus is one of a handful that's able to do it. He's also able to project beams, form protective bubbles and force fields, and fire destructive blast, with these attacks coming from the mouths of the Red Lantern. He's also able to fire napalm blast from his mouth, and this breath has vaporized lanterns and caused severe pain to Martian Manhunter and Krona. Atrocitus is also able to survive his heart being ripped out and continues to act and behave normally, as it's been mentioned that a Red Lantern's ring replaces their heart. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, DanCo have got two incredibly powerful characters, but two characters that don't get a whole lot of love. Gladiator is taking on Atrocitus. So who's coming out on top here? Let's find out. And first things first, like always, physicality. With Atrocitus, before he even got his red power ring, he was strong enough to fight against the Manhunters, who were the Guardians of the Universe's first attempt at creating an interstellar police force. He's also strong enough to fight against both Hal Jordan and Sinestro at the same time, and actually managed to shatter both of their constructs. From there, Atrocitus has gone on to shatter almost every Green Lantern construct that he's come across, defeat his own Red Lantern Corps by himself, throw around and battle against Martian Manhunter and Apollo while Atrocitus was weakened, and the big guys even killed multiple Guardians of the Universe with his bare hands. That's all insanely impressive, especially being able to literally kill Guardians with just his hands. These guys are powerful enough to go up against Superboy Prime and the Anti-Monitor. But flip the script, what can Gladiator do? Well, a Strontian enhanced to Gladiator's levels of power was said to be unmatched throughout the entire universe. He's been said to easily be Hulk's physical equal when it comes to strength, and he's made Battery Bill bleed with his punches, beat Thunderstrike until his very bones hurt, pummeled Wonder Man into the core of the planet, and even destroyed an entire planet just a few blows. He's stronger than Jane Foster Thor, fought against all the Guardians of the Galaxy by himself. He's fought against Thanos before by himself. And Thanos has said that Gladiator is the biggest threat out of a team including Battery Bill and Quasar. Gladiators even managed to push with enough force to pulverize a planet during his fight to Hyperion, and it's consistently been said that Gladiator has managed to move entire worlds, wrestle planets out of orbit, crack moons, tear apart black holes, and collapse black holes with his bare hands. That all is just insanely impressive. Like, so impressive that I can't even wrap my head around some of that stuff. And then there's durability. And Atrocitus has taken Photon Blast and high explosives, brushed it off like they were nothing. He's gotten up from Green and Yellow Lantern attacks, and again, acted like nothing had happened, even taking those attacks without his ring on. He's taken attacks from the whole Red Lantern Corps before, and in his battle against Stormwatch, while he was taking attacks from Martian Manhunter and Apollo, basically Superman light, while Atrocitus was weakened and cut off from the Red Lantern power battery. And yet Atrocitus was still able to take some major hits and keep on trucking. On the other hand, Gladiator has taken some seriously powerful punches from Hulk, and Nova just bounced off his chest while he's trying to tackle Gladiator. And Gladiator didn't even flinch. He's taking attacks from Thor, Hyperion, Jane Foster, even Thanos and Annihilus, meaning that he's going to be able to take some seriously powerful punches and attacks from Atrocitus too. In fact, Gladiator's even flown through 100 million-mile long red sun and survived, and contained an explosion that would have wiped out half the solar system. And while that does kinda push the upper limits of his end vulnerability, if surviving a blast that could wipe out half the solar system is your upper limit, good luck reaching that limit. And then finally, speed. And again, Gladiator is the faster one out of the two. Red Lanterns and Atrocitus in particular are crazy fast in terms of travel speed, getting from point A to point B, and have actually traveled across whole galaxies in seconds. But in a fight, well, the best you can say is just blitzing soldiers or dodging laser blast. Atrocitus is fast, it's just that he's not faster than Gladiator. Calark is able to fly easily faster than the speed of light, flying across galaxies and solar systems in the blink of an eye, or even racing against a ship clocking in at 100 times the speed of light. He's also prone to blitzing opponents at this speed, as he even split a member of the Nova Corps in half before they could react. And then, actually, in a fight, combat, and reaction time speed, he's counted 10 billion microsentinels in an instant. And on top of that, he's outraced blast of photons and competed in entire fights within nanoseconds. Atrocitus is fast, but he's not coming close to matching Gladiator's speed in this fight. However, the ace up his sleeve has got to be this red Power Lantern ring. I mean, his go-to attack is quite literally the ability to vomit plasma. And this isn't just any plasma either, as it's been described as napalm and acid mixed together, and has the ability to burn through anything. Yes, I mean anything. Anything and everything. Kilowog has even mentioned that Atrocitus' vomit plasma will burn through the science cell, which are nearly impenetrable prisons that the Guardians had created to house the most powerful villains, including Cyborg Superman, Despero, and even Superboy Prime. He's killed multiple green and yellow lanterns with just one blast. And he's done this multiple times, leaving humans, metahumans, and lanterns incinerated and dead. He's even dropped a Guardian of the Universe with just one blast, with Atrocitus going on to shove his entire fist through the Guardian's head. Then in his fight against Stormwatch, Atrocitus burned through fabric of space and time in order to reach their headquarters, and busted through the shields of the ship, which shocked Stormwatch because no one had ever gotten through their shields before that. And that's going to be really tough for Gladiator to take and for Gladiator to counter. But I actually think he can do it. For starters, his durability is crazy, laughing off a full-on Nova Flame from Human Torch, flying through 100 million-mile long red sun, and taking an explosion that would have wiped out half the solar system. So I think he can just take the plasma attacks from Atrocitus. I also think he can dodge those attacks, considering that he's blocked nanosecond fast strikes and dodged blasts of photons. It's not necessarily in character for Gladiator to dodge tons of attacks, instead just relying on his durability to carry him through, but if he needs to, he can dodge these blasts. Finally, he might just be able to straight up counter them. His heat vision is said to burn hotter than stars. He's injured both Hulk and Thor, and they might just be able to hold back and block Atrocitus' attacks. So, end of the day, who's coming out on top here? Well, this is pretty close matchup, but I think Gladiator is just better here. Almost better across the board. He's stronger, he's faster, he's tougher. He's also just crazy, savage, and a brutal fighter. I mean, Gladiator is perfectly willing to kill his allies. Can't imagine him holding back, not being willing to kill Atrocitus here either. So yeah, Gladiator is coming out on top. Gladiator wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn notifications to join the DanCo army. And I will see y'all next time.